All right, Justin Arvon with the Greater Beckley Christian Crusaders. Justin, you guys got another big win tonight. Now, I don't know if you were thinking it like this because it's a little bit different scenario. Last year, you had James Monroe over here, you beat him. Last year, you had Webster County the same weight, beat him. That's kind of what happened. Now, you don't have to go into the sectionals and play them, turn and play them again, but considering where that team was last year when you did that to this year where you're at, what's the difference in those two teams?
Well, the difference in the two teams is depth and unselfishness. We're just an unselfish basketball team most of the time. We're willing to make an extra pass, and we're tough to guard when we do that. We're skilled enough to be able to create shots from all 5 spots on the floor. And when we're willing to do that, all 5 as a team, we're real tough to guard. Every basketball team, when they're willing to do that, is tough to guard.
I think because of the physicality that you have, and you're able to do that this year, you got some really athletic kids. Maybe a guy like John Rose, who does things kind of unassuming. He had 23 again tonight.
Right.
I mean, talk about him and what he means to this squad.
Well, John, you know, he came into the season, I think I told you before the season, he's going to be a standout player. I was telling people, you know, don't look at last year. He's very skilled. He's very talented. He's athletic and strong. And he kind of mentally took a back seat to some other people last year, and he shouldn't have, and he didn't have to. You see him on the glass today. I think he had 10 or 11 rebounds probably. A lot of them offensive glass. He's going to run the floor hard, and he's a winner for us. And he's the one that will put us over the top if we're going to get somewhere. So we're real happy with his effort, just in general, for 4 quarters this year, and that's what we've been asking.
Classy move by you guys to let Rye Gadd, let him stop. He scored his 1,000 point. Rye Gadd and Webster. You guys let him stop the game. He got to celebrate, and he had 42 tonight. Just talk about his performance. I mean, when you see a guy doing that, and he was really doing everything for them.
Right. Well, Rye and our kids and myself, we love him. He comes down to work out with us. We're close with him. So of course we're going to stop the game. We will stop the game for any kid, but especially for Rye. He's a great kid. He's a great basketball player. And, you know, that's just what we're going to do. This game is about kids. It's high school basketball. It's about promoting them, making them be successful on and off the floor, and that is Rye. And so we're going to honor that anytime we get a chance. And he's a great player, and I think college offers are already coming in for him, but they should be flowing in because we were doing about everything we could to try to get.
You feel like nobody could guard him at times? I know you were trying different people on him, and nothing seemed to really stop him. They didn't have a whole lot to go with him at this point because they're young. But
well, we were making some mistakes defensively, but Rye will take advantage of a mistake and score. That's just the type of player he is. And if you're not focused and intense 100% of every possession, that moment that you're not, he's taking advantage of it already.
Did you feel like early you got out on them because of your physicality a little bit? You guys have some size, and it's imposing to, you know, sophomores that haven't played a lot of varsity ball to come down here and face that. You know, Rye said himself, he said, I think Greater Beckley's underrated right now, and they're poor. So, you know, which is going to change, obviously. But do you feel like your physicality and the fact you can, I don't want to say intimidate, because I think all players compete, but, you know, just the fact that you were a little bigger than them and had that size advantage gave you a chance to jump out on them?
Well, size advantage certainly is beneficial, but when you're big, you also have to play tough. And right now we're using our size really well, as in our guys are blocking out, they're going to the glass hard, they're contesting shots at the rim. Now you couldn't see that today when Rye had the ball because he was getting all the way there, you know. But Rye's a big guy too. So our size is an advantage, but it's not an advantage if we don't play physical and use it. So we stay aggressive underneath this year. I think we can be successful.
Are you about where you thought you would be?
No, I'm not. My kids are. I love them all, and I'm happy with them, happy with their effort. We're ahead of pace from where I thought we would be. Because I know it doesn't look like it, but a lot of these guys have not played a lot of basketball. We want to get up and down the floor, and we don't really right now have a lot in terms of, you know, just being aggressive. We're good at that, and we're getting up and down the floor well. So, you know, these guys are just going to play more and more. They're going to get more comfortable with each other, and you know, at that point, I don't know what's going to happen. But no, I want to preface all that by saying anyone we play can knock us off. We're not that. James Monroe proved that. They cut that lead down to 10 the other night. Webster cut it to 10 today. These teams can beat us if we don't show up, and that's it's a statement for our kids that they're that good getting out the leads, but it's also a statement for those two programs that they're not quitting. This is 2 home games we had. Wait till we go on the road and see what happens.
All right, Justin, thanks, man.
All right.